My name's Jocelyn Johnston, and I've been with the city's Performing Arts Division for nearly 15 years. The Rose is a second home to me, and I'm so pleased to invite you along on a virtual tour of this magnificent building, one of the best performing arts venues in Canada. Opened in September 2006 as part of the revitalization of Brampton's downtown core, the Rose is a vibrant part of our city, a major economic catalyst, and a place for people to gather, connect, and share. The Rose delivers exceptional experiences to thousands of artists and audience members each year. Brampton's history as the flower town of Canada is reflected in the venue's name. And from an aerial view, it actually does look like a rose. With the main stage in the middle, the lobby, rotunda, corridors, and dressing rooms circling it in layers. We'll be moving around on this tour, petal by petal. Welcome to the Rose. Have a look around. At 64,000 square feet, the Rose was designed by Page & Steel Architects and is internationally known for its superb acoustics. When you visit the Rose, you'll see evidence of its architectural inspiration and creative elements from around the globe. The red stone on the walls is sandstone from England. The grey stone on the floors and staircase is Canadian limestone. The colored stone in the floors and on the countertops is quartzite from Sweden, and the stone covering the light fixtures is polished onyx from Pakistan. The rotunda actually has a very fun little secret. The dome above us is a parabolic dish, and when you stand in the center, the sound echoes around you and comes back to you, but only you can hear it. The architects didn't even plan for this fun little effect. Give it a try the next time you visit. Now let's head into Studio 2. It's our black box theater, which means that it's a blank slate that can be configured any number of ways to suit different performances and events. Its versatility is key, but it's still designed to be a working performance space. There's a fixed lighting grid that can be used to light any area of the room, and a fully equipped control booth. Curtains and paneling around the room help to dampen sound. There are no echoes in here or noises coming in from the lobby. It also has its own baby grand piano. Because grand pianos are rather temperamental to being moved, and we often have shows happening simultaneously on the main stage and in Studio 2, we have a dedicated grand piano for each space. Some types of performances lend themselves to a smaller space like this, and it is home to our This Is Brampton series. Studio 2 also hosts non-performance events such as business meetings, trainings, workshops, book launches, wedding receptions, and gala events. In addition to the stage equipment, it also has a kitchen with full catering capabilities. As you can see, it's a small kitchen, but it's a significant room as it enhances our ability to cater to all needs, whether it's snacks for comedy nights, catering for our season launch party, or client events. And now for the main event. Welcome to the main stage. The stage is 97 feet by 59 feet, with a 63-foot fly grid. The main playing area is 40 feet by 40 feet. Our proscenium arch creates a frame which the audience looks through to see the performance. Fun fact, you can fit the entire old Heritage Theatre on the stage, but the furthest seat from the stage at the Rose is actually 30 feet closer than the furthest seat from the stage at the Heritage. So even though the theatre capacity is drastically different, audiences are actually closer to performances. The stage is a sprung floor which absorbs shock by resting on top of rubber feet, giving it a softer feel, especially important for dancers or really physical acts like cirque or stage combat. The floor is also freestanding. There's a small gap between the wall and the stage, and the theater itself is floating on 560 rubber-bearing pads. The building itself is isolated from the underground parking garage to eliminate ground-borne vibrations from the garage or railway tracks. Under the stage is the orchestra pit that can hold up to 20 musicians. The pit lift is operated by a handheld controller that is plugged in at stage level and can raise or lower the floor up to 12 feet. We typically use this space as additional storage for staging and additional lighting and audio equipment. But if we have an event that requires a traditional orchestra pit, like our shows with Brampton Music Theatre, we can clear out this whole area to accommodate musicians. For safety, we install a net over the opening when it's being used in a show. We also don't operate the lift during a show. However, we have used the lift during intermission to strike 2 grand pianos during a Rose Orchestra concert last year. There's quite a lot happening above us. Let's head up to the Fly Tower and take a closer look. Most people never get to see the stage from this angle. This is the Fly Gallery, and we're over stage left. If you look over that railing, we're about 30 feet from the stage. And if you look way up, we're about 35 feet from the grid. The Fly Tower has a capacity to fly up to 48 backgrounds or line sets, including the cyclorama, the main curtain, mid-stage curtain, and 3 acoustic shell clouds. All 48 line sets are controlled from here. Each line set can easily fly anything from 1 to 1,000 pounds. There are 5 main components to each line set: the batten, which is what you attach the light fixture or piece of scenery to, the lift lines, which attach to the batten, the hand lines, which the operator uses to operate the line set, the blocks, which you can't see from here, and the arbors, which carry the weight and connect the lift lines to the hand line. From here, we're gonna head through the proscenium doors to the access ladders. Up there is the catwalk, which you can access by going up this ladder, or you can head back down to the stage using this ladder. From here, we're gonna head around this catwalk to stage right and then up to the booth. Check out the great view from here. One of the best seats in the house, in my opinion. In the booth, we have 3 separate areas. On the left here, we have our main lighting console. We can control every lighting fixture from here, including all of our onstage work lights and house lights. Our lighting operator needs to see the full effect of where lights are hitting the stage. In the middle, we have this open space for either a touring stage manager or video operator. On the right, we have a second audio area for shows that don't require a live mix. Let's head into the balcony and check out the live mix pit. As you can see, the live mix pit is in the middle of the audience. The audio operator needs to be able to hear what the audience is hearing for live musical performances. Even though the Rose has 868 seats at regular capacity, every seat is the best seat in the house. The design of the theater creates intimacy through its shape and incredible acoustics. The Rose's horseshoe shape with one shallow balcony creates an intimate space because there is excellent uniformity of sound distribution to all areas of the audience without requiring amplification. The horseshoe shape is not a new idea. The ancient Greeks knew that it was best for natural amplification. This particular design, with the different sections of orchestra, dress circle, mezzanine, balcony, and boxes, was inspired by a book of Shakespearean design. Curtains at the back of the house help balance sound and acoustics. Black curtains way up in the grid can be opened or closed to affect sound as well, whether it should be livelier for concerts and musicals or dry for something like speeches or similar. Within the theater, we have an acoustic shell that we use for orchestras and large bands that don't need electronic amplification. 3 ceiling panels, called clouds, are around 2,000 pounds apiece and are flown above the stage all the time. Each cloud has lighting fixtures built in to create a bright performance area for musicians and singers. A series of 7 towers, each weighing 300 to 500 pounds, are moved into place with a hovercraft by 4 technicians in 1 hour. This reflects all the sound back out to the audience, like the cone on the inside of a speaker. Let's head out to the upper lobby and into the salon. This space can be used for intimate and exclusive performances, or reserved for our sponsors and their guests, with direct access to the theater balcony. Sponsors are an integral part of what we do at the Rose and help support important programs and shows. From here, we're going to head back to backstage and check out the dressing room area. Some of the ways that we can accommodate our artists are with the amenities along this hallway. This is our laundry room. Sometimes costumes need to be washed, especially on multiple show days. All of this can be done on site. The dressing rooms in this hallway can accommodate up to 75 artists between the large chorus dressing rooms, smaller semi-private rooms, and our star dressing rooms. The star dressing rooms each have their own shower, private washroom, and lounge space. Just ahead of us is the green room. For artists on tour, this is their home away from home. It has satellite TV, Wi-Fi, relaxing areas, and kitchen amenities. Artists can hang out while waiting to go on stage, or run lines, or eat dinner away from costumes. Our tour is almost done, so we'll head back to the lobby through backstage left. Thank you for joining me for a tour of our beautiful venue. We look forward to seeing you back at the Rose soon.